How would you describe your journey in the automotive industry?
Yeah, it's very interesting. A lot of success and very different experience. Started with the auto components and I went into two-wheelers, got into mopeds, scooters, then motorcycles, turning around of Yamaha, and then ultimately the Polaris all-terrain vehicles launched in Indian motorcycles. So very diversified, very rich experience in automobile, and also something that I feel is to cherish about, because it's been quite a good growth and success for me.
Okay. And how about the new innovations that have been taken, and also the implementation of GST? So how have you taken up those challenges?
As such, if you see from the global perspective, the Polaris products are itself a very innovative, offers a very innovative solutions, whether it is all-terrain vehicles or snow scooters or the Indian motorcycle, which is a class apart product. So we do a lot of innovation there, but then in India, GST, I would say, is a great reformation, especially for long term. It's fantastic, and it's something which is long overdue, and we have not been doing it. It had a lot of pains to work in different states in the country, which has become so easy today. We used to go outside the country and there would be uniform taxes and very easy to understand. Whereas in India, it was so complicated that even for us, it was difficult to understand what is the kind of price of my own product, because everywhere the VAT is different. Somewhere there's taxes on top of the VAT, and then there are like road tax, and there's some special forms, and then there's no free flow of goods around the country. I think GST has been a great reform. The automobile industry as such is evolving right now, and it's in a transition phase where a lot of changes are happening from the growth of the diesel engines to slowing down the diesel engines, petrol engines growing. So much of buzz around the electric vehicles going around. So what's the future is? It's a very difficult and different times right now, and it's difficult to project the future very clearly. Though it's easy in the short term, but in the long term, you never know what's going to change.
Okay. And sir, we know that you've been managing 4 roles. So could you tell us the magic of how you're doing that?
It's the approach that you have in your life. Like, if I have to contribute and if I have to grow in my life, and the first thing is that I should know my own potential. And if I know my own potential, I would be able to find time for everything. And if I have, if I feel that I'm very preoccupied, I won't be able to take any further jobs. That's where the restrictions look by you yourself. So in my case, I always find time for things which are important. And therefore, if there is any new role that is offered to me, which is challenging and which is going to add, I feel that I should accept that, and I find time for that. So whatever roles that I take in, I try to do justice to that and also give equal time for that. And I feel potential of a human being is huge. Even after taking all the roles, I can still do more.
Yes, and so I have seen a philanthropic side of yours as well. So you are doing Beti Padhao campaign as well. I mean, managing these 4 roles and promoting girls' education. So what pushed you? Like, this is something that goes with me as well. Means, in spite of being a student, I feel that this is something I want to do in life. So I want you to tell why this particular.
I always feel that once you are doing some work, you should do something that you can cherish always. So mundane thing, routine things that you have on your plate, anybody can do.
Correct.
If X is replaced by Y, it's slightly different, but it will still be done. But the human element, the thing that I really want to bring something different in the society, is something that makes the difference.
Correct.
And that is what we try to do at Indian Motorcycle, at Polaris. Like, I'll talk about the girl child later, but much before that, I was sharing with the students also today that when the Uttarakhand tragedy happened and the Nepal earthquake happened, even in Srinagar when the flood situation happened, Polaris was the first company to come forward to say we are going to help the authorities to save lives. And we contributed, we made investments without thinking of what will impact on the business. Because we felt that the first thing is that we should be human. I have the technology which can save lives. I should not become a business oriented only. I should contribute to the society. And taking this foot forward and this thought process forward, when we are doing work for Indian Motorcycle, I felt that we are going and riding bikes across the country, these great bikes that you enjoy, doing long rides. And you are going across the country, but can we do something where we are riding and take it for a cause? Then what happens when you have a cause, then you really want to do it. Otherwise it becomes like an exercise that I have to go and ride. And some people enjoy it. For me it was I have to enjoy it because it's my job. And at the same time, if I attach something which is significant, I will be full-time into it. And that is where I felt that I should ask these riders who are very successful in their life, and for them to contribute to the society is really not very difficult. It's very easy for them, but they don't have time. Most of the people, they don't know what to do. They want to do. If I ask you, you want to do? Yeah, I want to do. Everybody you talk to, they want to do, but what? They don't know. How? They don't know. And therefore we felt that we are riding the bikes across the country. Can we take one cause and make that difference in the country rather than trying to do every time different things? And so we did a brainstorming session. We called the leaders, some of the customers, our team, and we debated that what is it that India needs, where we can make a difference. And we shortlisted on that the most important thing for the country is the education. The people are not educated. So when they are not educated, so they don't have money. They don't have money, or they don't know how to get money, and therefore poverty is there. So if they get educated, there's a higher probability that they will be earning more, so they will contribute to the gross GDP of the country, they will earn more, they will make the country more prosperous. And then inside, when we talk of education, the root cause of the problem is not just the education, the root cause is the female education. Because the females are not getting educated, therefore there is an education problem, because the dropouts of the females till class 12 is very high. And that is the reason. Why? Because if the girls are not educated, means the mothers are not educated. If the mothers are not educated, the children will also not get educated. If you can just focus on one thing, that you can make the mothers educated, you will not find a single child of a mother who is educated being uneducated. So if you just educate a girl, you are ensuring that the next generation is getting educated. So we said that let's do this, that wherever we go, we spread this message, educate the girl child. Now it's a very big task. Government of India has done a very nice thing, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. And we said that Beti Padhayenge to Beti apne andar jayegi. So let's do focus on education, Beti Padhao. And we made this as a core aim. And so what we do, that wherever Indian motorcycle rides across the country, we made it mandatory for the Indian motorcycle riders to do something for the girl child education in the city that they are riding in. So suppose we are going to Jaisalmer. There will be a team which will go to Jaisalmer to find out who's doing a great job on girl child education, which institution is doing a great job of education. What is it that they don't have? So they don't have a laptop, they don't have a TV screen where they can project or teach their students, they don't have the basic chairs and tables. Can we fulfill that? Can we fulfill their desire? So we go there, we identify, so we do contribute from our own kitty that we have, or we ask the customers to contribute to that. And together we have this very nice experience where we go to a place, they feel very happy to associate with this, and the time that we spend with these girls and the happiness that you see on the face of these girls gives us that satisfaction of wow, what a good thing we have done. Because when we go to the school, children are thinking who's coming, and when we spend 1.5 hours with them, and when we are leaving that place, children are saying, when are you coming back again? Sir, aap kab wapas aayenge? Uncle, aap kab wapas aayenge? and any girl comes and talks to you and you feel wow. I mean, that's like we have given some nice time to them, and what we do is that we go there and we teach them what you are doing is fantastic. Please complete education. You are the real people who are fighting the world by getting educated. Don't give up this. What you're doing is fantastic. So we're spreading that message. In that light, we have done a lot of work, like we have done right from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. Recently, we did Golden Quadrilateral rides where people rode from Delhi to Bombay, Chennai, Calcutta, back to Delhi. So we have done many rides, and we continue our efforts to this girl child education, and hope that it can make a difference.
That's a really good work that you've been doing. I read about the Golden Quadrilateral and I know that it was a big success. Congratulations for that. And could you tell about one business decision that was the best in your life so far?
Business decision from like
as a CEO or some strategic decision?
I think I was sharing with the students today. To start this company Polaris, I'll give you a couple of examples. One is from my previous company. I was the sales and marketing head for a company called Intex, where we were selling IT hardwares, and we thought that how do we make this company grow much more, and we decided that we should try to explore some new products. And I went and studied the mobile handset business. And I studied that and I launched that product for the company. And when we went to get this approval, the chairman of the company said, Pankaj ji, the company will be finished if we fail in this. And I said, no, you will not be finished, you will be known by this only. You will be known as more a telecom company than an IT company. Let's take this decision and go ahead with that. So Intex mobile phone was launched and it was a great success. That's one. Second was I was at Yamaha, and when I joined Yamaha India two-wheeler division, and there was an Economic Times article saying Yamaha is going to shut shop in India. The market share from almost like a half of the country's business motorcycles were sold by Yamaha from 50% or so to 1.5% to 1.2% when I joined. And so this article, and then when I went there and I changed the entire working culture in Yamaha, and the story, there's a U-turn of the growth after that. So these are some of the major decisions that I took. And then at Polaris, when I came in, and now it's like you have to launch an industry rather than your products. When I launched ATVs, and we did a great program of making Polaris popular. We did few events, but the business was not coming. And that is when we saw that the people are very excited about the rides, but they are not buying it. So I thought that, okay, forget about what they buy. Can we create a business about just they getting this experience? And we created Polaris Experience Zone in the country. And Polaris Experience Zone is a place where you don't have to buy, you just go, pay and ride. Something like what you used to see go-karting tracks or some adventure park where you buy the ATV, and one of the rides is this. So wherever the ATV rides have been included in the adventure parks, or otherwise even independent ATV parks are becoming very successful. So we launched the first one in 2013-14. Today we have about 85 of them in the country, and it's still growing. So I think these are some of the business decisions which is very innovative, very different, where the situations has been going in an X manner. Everybody is thinking this will go like this only, and I go and change the direction of the company completely, and it becomes a success. So these are some of the decisions that I'm proud of that I've taken.
That's really inspiring, sir. Sir, could you tell about the best advice that you've got in your career so far, that is still ingrained in your mind that you'll never forget?
Best advice that I received?
That you received, yes.
I think the best advice of that has really made me successful is my father's advice of being honest and the power of honesty. Normally people will say that you have to be honest, but my father taught me that the repercussion of not being honest. He told me that, Pankaj, if you have to be successful and you want to really grow in life, there are many things that will come your way. You can take a wrong means also and you can be successful. But the real success is when you do it the right way and you do it honestly. And he told me that, if you get into these premium positions, you'll be tempted with, monies, which I was offered at many point of time to do some shortcut methods and a huge amount of money. But he said, never touch that money. Because the moment you touch that money, the worst thing that will happen is that you may enjoy that money, but that money would go in a bad way for your children. And so your next generation will not be successful. And I really saw that because my father was a dead honest person. We are two brothers and one sister, and all of us are doing great in life. And he was a dead honest person, so I feel very proud, and I felt that I must sustain those one advice, and I should implement that in my life, which I have done so far, and I will continue to do that. And I could do so just because that he had advised me, because I knew that he gave his rich experience to me in a one or two sentence. But then I was literally worried about my next generation also, that what will happen to my two daughters if I take the wrong money. And fortune favors the brave, and also when you want to do something, you get the team surrounding you also, because the success comes only when you have a team with you. And fortunately, I have my wife who is equally supportive of this theory, and she also believes that you should never touch wrong money. And as a result, I see that this one advice has really helped me, besides a number of other things that I learned in my life. But this one single advice have kept me always to be happy and get a nice sleep in the night, that I'm not worried about what will happen tomorrow morning if somebody comes to know I've done something wrong, because I never do that.
That's really good, sir. And one single piece of advice for all of us, the future generation.
So I would like to give two advices to one. See, number one advice is that you should always be thinking about the future. Success comes when a person have a dream, and the dream gets realized, in my experience, only when you put a deadline to it. So I had a dream that I want to become a marketing head. I became. And I put a dream that I want to become a CEO. I put a deadline to it. It got achieved. And a number of other things. And I realized that wherever I put a deadline, it got achieved. And wherever I felt that, okay, one day I will do that. Because as a student, I was a school vice captain of my school, and I used to, on an annual day and all, where you are doing flag march. So I used to do that, and then, the announcements is made, he's a topper of the class, and so and so. And when I used to go, they used to say, he is a great singer, one day he'll become Kishore Kumar, and things like that. And I would say that, okay, yeah, that's good, but I would not want to become a singer. I would become a successful person first and then sing. So the dreams that are set in, and you put a deadline. So I would say that I am still not a singer. I won't say, because I have not put a deadline to it. The day that I put a deadline to it, I would be a singer also. So the advice is that you should never contain yourself. You should always have a dream which is big, and you should always put a deadline to it if you want to really achieve it. The second advice is that whenever you're sharing your big dreams, which is very important for you to share so that other people come to know about it, and once you are going on a high or a low all the time, every individual has those. So your friends, your other people who stop you, don't do this. You have that big dream, how can you behave like this? So you improve yourself and you become sustained. But why a person not able to achieve is because of the criticism, handling criticism. That's the worst thing, and that's the biggest disease to me. And one must know that if somebody has criticized me, the learning is that either he's right or he's wrong. If he's right, change your plans, improve your plans to make your dreams successful. And if he's wrong, then ignore it. And that is where most of the time we make a mistake. either we start believing that what he's saying is correct and therefore I drop my plan itself, or he's saying something which is like useless, but in order to prove myself, I try to waste a lot of time on that. So these are two learnings. Have a dream with a timeline, and criticism will always come. There is no person on this earth who is not criticized. Even God, Ram, and Krishna are being criticized. So if I am also criticized, it's very normal. So never allow the criticism to stop achieving your dreams.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.